Greetings, lore keepers, and thank you for joining me once more. Beatunut's riddle might have been a merry prank, the jest of a fellow Cinder citizen, if you will, but I am sorry to report that what I feared most is actually coming true. Parts of CinderTown are in fact fading away. For now, it is only the case with a few rural areas close by. You see, the secluded grape valley and the fruit gardens of the Dom have been engulfed by the shadows. It is hard to speak about such things, but I must warn you about them. It is for your own safety, after all. There is a true darkness, a physical one that is upon us. This devouring shadow is, of course, a primordial entity. It is a force that is the direct opposite of the ancient fires. Be warned, dear lore keepers, that this darkness, like us, is alive. It has a pulse, a rhythm, it slumbers and it feeds. I would even dare say that it dreams. But what does such an entity dream of? Or rather, what did it dream of, considering that now it is awake? What mysterious thoughts crosses its mind? What inscrutable truths? I, however, do not think it is malevolent, as it is merely driven by instinct. Where there is light, there must be darkness as well. Usually it is within this equilibrium, within this dichotomy of opposites, that we may find the nature perfect of creation. But in this case, things are a bit more complex. The only force capable of counteracting that of a perpetual fire is one of perpetual darkness. Within the cyclicity of our time, the equilibrium has reached a tipping point, and now I think we can see the results. A few weeks ago, I had noticed something changing, something going awry, not just because of the signs, the rhymes, and similar nuances that we had discussed. In various moments, I had seen a soot-like substance on several of the buildings around CinderTown, a colliginous and darker color, but I had just assumed that ashes from the library had been carried by the wind and had smeared some of the dwellings nearby. I was a fool, however, not to think about the fact that the ashes from the library are usually white as snow, and while they do detach from the building and delight the inhabitants of CinderTown with their dance from time to time, they always make their return to the library itself. Nothing can abandon the library of Fae, not even its ashes. As I was saying, for now there is only one area that has been touched by the darkness. Mr. Dom, the owner of the Grape Valley, is amongst one of the oldest inhabitants of CinderTown, and amongst the few to now live outside the margins of the city itself. In fact, he had spent so much time near the library of the 10th Muse that part of the building's heat had been in a way passed down to him. It was with this gift that he was able to transfer in the outskirts and plant 7 types of grapes and 7 types of fruit there. He has somehow managed to infuse the library's warmth into these plants and make them grow rampant in the near valley. With them, he has been producing the most delicious wines for all of CinderTown. Yes, from time to time the owner of the smoldering stallion might decide to import a cask or two of Amontillado, or even some Porto for some thirsty musketeers, but that is usually more for the sake of the clients than for him. All of us in CinderTown are used to Dom's wines because they simply transcend our comprehension. When drinking said beverages, each of us feels a different taste, a different scent, a different fruit. We are reminded of different memories and even accuse the inebriation differently. It is as if each of Dom's bottles of wine is tailor-made for each individual Cinder citizen. As of last night, however, our beloved Dom has been forced to evacuate from his valley. He was inspecting each individual grape in his garden when he started feeling feeble. At regular intervals, he heard in the distance a sound, almost as a beat, and with each tick, he felt weaker and weaker. The darkness has a heartbeat, dear lore keepers, or so it would seem. Upon returning to his manor, Dom said that he could not believe his eyes. His house was covered by a mantle of darkness, so thick and obscure that he felt a dread never felt before. He could not peer through it, he could not see his manor, and somehow he instinctively knew that if he had dared touch said veil, he would have been engulfed within its grasp as well. Dear lore keepers, I am sorry to end on this somber note, but it is better to be aware of such things. If ever you will not hear from me again, at least you will understand why. Please, be careful out there, and stay close to the forever fire, for it is within its light that you may find protection. Stay safe. This has been CTC, thanking you for your sizzling attention and signing off.